This is the HUMHOLD 12,000 BTU Portable Air Conditioner. When I first got it out of the box, the look honestly surprised me. I wasn't expecting something with such a clean, modern appeal. The unit is a bright white with soft, rounded corners and has a smooth, almost glossy plastic finish. It sits comfortably on 4 wheels that make moving it from room to room pretty manageable. At about 25 inches high and a little over a foot wide, it's not exactly tiny, but it feels compact enough for home use without dominating any space it's in. All the controls are on top, well-marked buttons on a simple LED interface. Plus, you get a full-featured remote, so you don't even have to get off the couch. That's a win for me. Let me start by sharing why I actually went for a portable AC like this HUMHOLD in the first place. Our previous air conditioner was loud, clunky, and honestly didn't cool the space very well after a few years. So, this summer, I was looking for something that wouldn't be a pain to set up, would keep our main living area comfortable, and not run up my electric bill. I wasn't sure if a portable unit could really deliver on all those fronts, so I was feeling a bit skeptical. The HUMHOLD claimed to be for rooms up to 500 square feet, and that's exactly the space I needed help with. My open-plan living room and kitchen, which heats up fast in the afternoon. From my experience actually setting it up, I can say this. Out of the box, the installation process is honestly not much trouble at all. The box included everything I needed, from the exhaust hose and window kit to the remote and even the batteries for it. The window kit is designed for both sliding and vertical windows, and the instructions were clear enough that I managed to get the unit up and running in under 15 minutes. The exhaust hose clicked into place pretty easily, and the foam strips for sealing around the window were simple enough, even for someone who sometimes messes up at DIY. Once it's running, I could wheel it around on my own, even though it's nearly 65 pounds. The wheels and handles help, but you definitely notice the weight if you're trying to move it upstairs. Now, to the key features that make this portable air conditioner stand out for me. The first thing that impressed me was how quickly it cooled down the room. On a day when the outdoor temp hit 90 degrees Fahrenheit, my living area felt fresh and comfortable within maybe 20 minutes. It claims 12,000 BTU of cooling power, and honestly, I've felt it. The airflow extends out with a broad swing function. The top vent automatically oscillates back and forth up to 80 degrees, which spreads cool air throughout the whole room, instead of just blasting one spot. This might sound minor, but for me, that meant no more shivering in one seat while the rest of the space feels warm. Another big plus for me is the remote and display. The LED screen is bright enough to see easily, and the remote makes it possible to control absolutely everything. Temperature, fan speed, mode, swing, and even the timer. I use the timer a lot. You can set the 8 to run anywhere from half an hour to 24 hours before it shuts itself off. That's a relief when I sometimes forget to turn things off before heading out. The sleep mode is particularly helpful at night. What happens is, the 8 gradually raises the set temperature by a couple degrees over 2 hours, so it doesn't get too cold as the night goes on. It's also quieter in this mode, about as quiet as a regular fan, which is around 48 decibels. I actually measured it using an app and was pleasantly surprised it didn't keep me up. If you've never used portable ACs before, there are 3 basic settings: cool, fan, and dry. Cool is self-explanatory. It chills the room. Fan mode just circulates air like a regular fan. Dry mode acts as a dehumidifier. Where I live, humidity is a real problem in the summer, so I definitely use the dry option. The capacity is 75 pints per day, which to be honest seems to keep up with even the stickiest days. And because it uses a self-evaporation system, I don't have to worry about emptying a bucket every day. The condensed water from the air mostly evaporates out the exhaust hose. I did have to use the drain pipe the one time we had a run of super humid days, but usually the system takes care of itself. For me, one of the best features is how energy efficient this model is. My energy bill often spikes with regular window X, but after running the HUMHOLD for about a month, I've noticed it doesn't draw nearly as much power. I often use the smart mode, which basically adjusts the fan speed and compressor level depending on how close it is to the temperature I've set. It lets the machine work only as hard as needed, which makes sense both for comfort and for not wasting energy. On the flip side, there are a few things I don't completely love. I'll start with the weight. Even though it's portable, at nearly 65 pounds, it's not something I want to move up and down stairs regularly. It's fine for going from one room to another on the same floor, but if you live in a 2-story house, you may want a second unit to avoid lugging it around. Also, setup is easy for slider and vertical windows, but if your windows open in an unusual way or you have small windows, Installation could be a bit more awkward. Some people might need to cut their own foam to fit. Noise is another thing people always ask about. In my opinion, it's quieter than my last Yeti, especially at low and sleep settings, but on the highest setting, it still puts out some sound. For me, it's not distracting during the day, but if you're extremely sensitive to background noise, you might notice when the compressor kicks in. It's just the nature of powerful portable ACs in general. Another little thing. While the controls are mostly simple, getting used to all the different modes and the icons can take a few minutes if you're not familiar with these sorts of products. If you have family or roommates who aren't techie, take a minute to show them the basic buttons, especially the mode and timer. From my experience, maintenance is hassle-free. The washable filter just pops out from the side and takes about 2 minutes to clean and put back. I haven't had it long enough to say how durable the parts are after years of use, but so far, nothing feels cheap or flimsy. It's perfect for anyone who wants a single unit to handle both cooling and humid days, especially if you want something that's not going to take a ton of time to set up or learn to use. I'd recommend this for renters, families with open living kitchen areas, or anyone who wants to move the AC between a living room during the day and a bedroom at night. It genuinely keeps up with hot days even when the sun's blasting the windows. In conclusion, the HUMHOLD 12,000 BTU Portable Air Conditioner delivers on its promises with powerful cooling, convenient features, and energy savings that add up over a season. Sure, it might be a little heavy, but that trade-off comes with the benefit of a high output and effective airflow. If you want something quieter, smarter, and easier to control than old-school window units, and you don't want to bother with permanent installation, this is a solid choice. The quiet operation, timer, modes for different weather, and real convenience of a remote are what win me over. I will share detailed information about the HUMHOLD 12,000 BTU Portable Air Conditioners in the comments section, everyone. Thank you for watching.